Less than two crew. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you've had a good day's rest. Hope you've had a good week worth of work. Hope you're having fun this weekend, whatever you end up doing. Welcome into the pad. Hope y'all are doing well. As always, the pad has one objective and one objective only. That's to communicate with y'all lovely people. That's to hang out with you. Communicate back and forth. Ask questions anonymously or otherwise. Also, as I say that, a reminder to myself to unlock the advice form, because it's no point saying that if I'm going to forget to unlock it, you know? It's open. There we go. Let me say hello to the early chatters here. I may miss some of your messages because we did run a little later. I was making my coffee, but I wanted to make sure I go live. So Buttercup, Liv, Jinx, JJ Bonds, hello. Repeated responding, welcome in. Russ, hope you're doing well. Penny Paper, what's good? Sarah the Hufflepuff, Jenna Lee, Pambella, Lori, Sal's, Mandy, Corey, Steph, hello, all of you. This should relax me to not have a big licensing test tomorrow, Jinx. Good luck to you. Hopefully it goes smoothly and fast and nice and great. Because Love, hello, happy birthday to you. Red Wings, welcome in. Ichiami, what up? Kalita, hope you're doing better right now. Craig, hello, welcome in. Christy, what's good? Chat, is the music level fine? Let me know. Corey, hello. I said hello, maybe? No, I say hello. Yes, hello again. Jesse, welcome in. Joelle, the morning after was great. You definitely need to see Memento. It's a great movie. Thank you, Joelle. I'll check it out. I'll put it on my list. I'm telling you, the bags I had under my eyes, chat. I slept. So I went to bed at 6 a.m. yesterday. And while I was in bed, that's how I kept up with the 6th Avenue meeting, the fish tank meeting. And then Liana woke up. It hit 7 a.m. Liana's alarm went off. She woke up. I was wide awake. I couldn't go to sleep. Then Liana went to work. Clock hit 8. Still couldn't sleep. Clock hit 9. And I thought, you know what? It's 3 hours until the update. Maybe I just pull through, stay up, and then go to the pod, you know? And then 9:30 hit. I was like, oh, I can't do that. I'm going to crash. So I ended up falling asleep at 10. And I had set alarms for like 10:50 until 11:30. I ended up waking up 11:20. So about an hour 20 I slept. And the bags under my eyes were vicious. So I was like, you know what? We're going to wear these glasses. No one's going to be able to tell. Because I don't... Listen. We get criticized as podcasters for different things. Some valid, some invalid. But the hardest thing to deal with, for me, is when people tell me I look tired. Because what am I going to do with that? You know, am I going to look untired? I can't do that. I cannot do that. So I just have to deal with it. So I was like, you know what? If I wear the glasses, you can't tell any different. I didn't love the look, but it was the look we went with nonetheless. Okay? But now we're here. We're fine. We're good. So we're living. So thank you, Joelle, for that. Wicked Tricks, welcome in. Mandy, hello. Sorry, Mandy, hello again. Liv, hello again. Sarah the Hufflepuff, welcome. Jesse, Next Goat Chalet, hello. D Hanani with the 12-month marking the brown less than 2 hoodie in the chat. Happy birthday, says D Hanani. Welcome in, D Hanani. Hope you're doing well. Jenna Lee, what's up? Rob, hello. Mandolin Rain, hey. And y'all think of us getting the less than 2s in the chat one time. Appreciate it. Chow, welcome in. Hope you're doing well, Chow. Hope you're wide awake. Big chillin'. Papaya in the building. We got Terra Teeth. Christine with the 24th month. Thank you so much, Christine. Enjoy your bronze lesson 2 in the chat. Thank you for supporting the stream for 2 years here. Thank you. Thank you. Last night's stream confused me. I forgot it was Friday and the pad. Oh my God, that's funny. Yeah, it was a special occasion thanks to the wall comp that we were able to get last night. But it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed myself with the wall comp. It was a fun stream. Lulu, thank you for the 13-month. Appreciate you. Thank you. Samantha, hello. Since you completed your Pooya Friday coverage, have you watched Who Done It in the OG Mode today? Okay. I think I just went through how I didn't sleep last night. So then let me get you caught up on where I ended up going with that. So I ended up going to bed or falling asleep around 2:30 Eastern. And then I woke up around 6. So I slept about 3.5 hours. So I consciously didn't want to keep sleeping and like wake up at 9:30 to do the pad because I want to sleep tonight because Liana and I got a bit of a date day tomorrow. We're going out for lunch. We're going to go to the movies. So I want to be able to wake up in the morning And I want to be able to sleep tonight, really is what it was. Because if I had slept until 9, I would have not been able to sleep tonight till like 7, 8 anyway. And then we would have been in shambles. So thankfully, we're going to work it out. Is he going to update the graphic? Lol, he never streams on Tuesdays anymore. Tomster, you're not wrong. That graphic also says Among Us on it. I should update it at some point. But if I'm being honest, I really want to, but I'm not putting in any work towards it. Is the very honest answer I have for you. Which hopefully at some point I'm able to get to. But for right now, it's not a priority, if that makes sense. For now. Hello, Emma. Thank you for the 14-month welcome in, Emma. Hope you're doing well. Samantha, I was just finishing your stream from last night. It was fun to watch, even with knowing the HOH comp pointer. I'm happy to hear that, Samantha. I'm happy it carried over to VOD viewability. That's awesome. And Emma, thank you for supporting the stream for 14 months. Appreciate it. Melody, hello. Buttercup, Valencia, welcome in, welcome in. Hack Source, what's good? Monkey Boy Wilson in the building, hello. I almost completely forgot about this, but I'm glad I did it. I'm happy you're here, Sky. Welcome in. Pixie, hello, hello. Terabyte, welcome in. Happy Friday to you. Thanks for the fun stream last night and the recap this morning. Listen, I'm happy you had fun. I'm happy you had fun. I thought the house guys may have tuckered you out and you might just nap instead. We go strong, Rob. We do not miss the Friday night streams or the Sunday night streams unless specific circumstances happen. And that's the truth. That's the truth. King of the two-hole, Brooklyn, Chelsea, believe Chemo is the renom. I really overestimated these two. They're completely snowed right now, for sure. Biologique, thank you for using your one prime here on me. Welcome back for your 38th month in Janelle voice. What up, less than 2 crew? Hey, welcome in, Biologique. I don't even know who's nominated. Spoil me. Cam, Brooklyn, Quinn. Quinn is the pawniest of pawns. Brooklyn is the primary target. Cam could be a target if Brooklyn's off the block, maybe. And whoever goes off the block, Chelsea goes up. That's where we are right now. All right. Let me see. Let me catch up. Let me catch up. Welcome in, Amy. Andrew, after the events from last night who do you think is in the best position in the BB26 house at the moment? At the moment, I low-key think it's T-Core. I could have said Joseph, but Joseph definitely has some eyes on him. Like, if there's still 3 nominees, I think he fills a spot. I think T-Core's in the best spot potentially at the moment. You know, even the people she's quote-unquote backstabbed or blindsided are trying to vie for her attention, which I think is good. She's got not 1 but 2 new alliances, which is good. She could still have the Visionaries if she wants, which is good. And she's not been put up on the block yet, which is good. And I just think I don't see her going anywhere at the moment. That being said, though, last week we talked about Chelsea and Brooklyn potentially being in the best spot in the house. So, you know, here's where we are now. Things change on a dime in the Big Brother house. So, Nacho, welcome in. Nacho Luke, hello. Hey, Chrissy, thank you for letting me know the music level's good. Soja, welcome in. Do you think Tucker is buying Joseph's bro act? It's so cringe. I don't know, bro. What do you think? What do you think? No, I think the bro act is working. I think Joseph's doing a good job of it. It just, we know how he usually speaks, which is a little cringe, but you know. Cole says, I've been so busy today, so I haven't watched the feeds. Who did Tucker nominate? So yeah, Brooklyn, Quinn, Cam. Lauren, thank you for the 43rd month. Appreciate you. Welcome back into Lesson 2 crew. Christian, hello. I rewatched Memento this afternoon. Glad I did it. Oh, there we go, Lori. We appreciate your service, but thank you, Emma. Appreciate it. I actually stayed up all night watching the feeds. Jenks, relatable content. Love the look. Why, thank you, JJ. Appreciate it. Thoughts on the night 2? No, Chris. Oh, is this the, yeah, 6-2 votes against Ainsley moving in with this second batch of house guests. So that means if Brooklyn leaves, that's 5 of the 6 people on night 2 who voted no that go home, leaving T-Core as the only other person from night 2 that did not vote yes. I mean, it's interesting. I mean, I just said I think T-Core's in the best spot in the house. So, any Blood on the Clock Tower content coming up? Need more. Chrissy, there will be Blood on the Clock Tower tomorrow. Dwight is hosting. Like I just said, I'm doing a lunch date with Liana, so we're not going to be playing. But Dwight will be streaming it. Dwight will be hosting, and it should be a good one. I'm definitely going to try and watch it later on in the night. FinFan, welcome and appreciate you, FinFan. Thank you. I love shoes. Thank you for the 33rd month. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Welcome back into the Lesson 2 crew once again for your 33rd month. Almost 36, close to 3 years. Thank you for supporting the stream. When I saw your sunglasses, my first thought was, oh god, did Tucker wear sunglasses during the one-on-ones? That's what Liana said. Liana thought I was doing a bit. I was like, I did not want people to see my eyes. What movie? Deadpool and Wolverine. We've not seen it yet, so that's what we're going to be doing. Hopefully you don't fall asleep in the movie theater. I'll be fine. I've done that before. I don't want to do it again. Goose Goose and Among Us are close enough. That's fair. Instead of changing graphic, just bring back tier list Tuesdays. Honestly, I was thinking about this. There's a world where I want to revisit some of those tier lists again and redo them, if that makes sense. Because especially with some of them, I was like, well, I've never had this. I've never tried that. I think I've tried more things than I had before, you know? I did get an app in, nice guy, Rye. Appreciate it. Thanks for asking. Hey, Tony Vlachos Burner. Last time was a lit stream. I'm happy you had fun, Tony Vlachos Burner. And Rye, thank you for the 4th month. Appreciate it. When does the jury start? It could be next week. Could be 3 weeks from now, right? Could be final 11 or final 9. So, look, you want people to vote for Cam for the twist just so I know he's doing something in the game? I mean, I don't think he's going to get any of the votes, but I understand what you're saying. Stockwatch is going to be whack. You know what's funny? I still have chemo stock, so. I'm surprised the AI third nominee twist is still in play. Don't they usually end after 4 weeks? I assumed it would end after 4 weeks. It did not. But I definitely co-signed that. I thought it was going to be done by then. Unfortunately, not the case. Or fortunately, depending on where your mileage may vary on the twist itself for entertainment purposes. I just don't like the prospect of there's only 12 people in the house and you're nominating a third of the house. You know what I mean? If there's 12 people and you only nominate 2, maybe 3, that's already a big percentage difference, you know? Does MJ know she was going home last night if she didn't win the AI comp? I think she has somewhat of a feeling. I don't know how much of a feeling. MJ was just very confident that, you know, God told her she was going to win, you know? Do you see any of Man United Fulham today? I was asleep, Red Wings. I was napping, doing prime. Actually, I went to bed at 2:45 because I remember noticing it was 50 minutes before the game. I did watch the highlights, though, and I'm very happy we squeaked out a win at least. I'm thinking about voting for Joseph for the twist. I think Joseph, for me, is the best pick for an instigator because he has a lot of info. And I would trust him to keep it a secret, at least, maybe, perhaps. But yeah. There's something that feeds up that you said that I wanted to ask about, but I've totally forgotten. Brayden, if it comes back to you, feel free to let me know. Tier lists are so 2021. We love brackets. Brackets are a good time, too, you know. Tier list of the tier list? That's the finale. When we do a tier list of all the tier lists we've done. It'd be funny for Quinn to get another power. I just don't think he's going to have the votes for it, but I don't necessarily disagree. You should run a poll for who we are voting for on the twist. That could be a fun exercise. How many options, mods, if you're still in here, how many options can I put on the poll? Rank Big Brother criers? That feels mean, Sam. Ranking the criers. Like, how bad do they cry? Am I ranking them on ugliness of cry? Good, like, what is the rubric? Did you catch the conversation with Rabina, T-Core, and Chemo a bit ago? What's your take on it? I missed this conversation with Quinn because I was not watching Nice Guy Rye. But is this, can you give me the footnotes? I'm enjoying AI Arena. Having no idea who was actually going home is kind of fun. I agree. I think she knew but didn't want to believe it. That sounds about right to me, Tomster. Little copium situation going on. Basically never saw the AI twist until last night. I was talking emergency response ham radio classes. I was taking, not talking. So I appreciate them keeping it for just a bit longer for me. Oh, there we go. Okay, Jinx. Does anyone else watch Jolene's BB podcast? She's how I learned MJ said something about God telling her she's going to win. Did I miss this on the app? Nope, this came up on the feeds last night, Mandolin. Or at least that's where I saw it. I'm convinced that MJ is a brand steel player. Honestly, MJ's just kind of there. It's like 6, just 5. Oh, options for the poll, just 5. Okay, so who do we think the most 5 popular options are going to be? If we could have whittled it down, I'd be down to do a little poll, but you know. You can decide for rubric for the criers. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I like that, you know? I feel like Vanessa would be S tier because you weaponized it. Well, that's the thing. Are we doing aesthetically who's the best crier or who used it best game-wise? Yeah, Jolene's a good time. Great follow, great content. God is a Big Brother Canada fan. Hack Source A. Hey, Pooya, we're doing another Lesson 2 Fantasy Football League this year. Who's our commissioner in the Discord, Hack Source? That's the question I have. Is it Jill? It might be Jill. Is it Jill or is it Papaya? I feel like it's one of them. But yeah, definitely go for it. Joseph, Quinn, Tucker, Angela, and Tucker, Angela, Joseph, Rabina, Quinn, Tucker, Quinn, Angela, Joseph, and a Grand Canyon separation between the next person. Okay, so it sounds like Tucker, Quinn, Angela, Joseph are the 4. So, Liv, how about we do a poll for who are you voting for AI Instigator, and we include Tucker, Quinn, Angela, Joseph, and then for the 5th, we just hit other kind of thing. Enjoy Deadpool and Wolverine. I thought it was really fun. I'm seeing Alien Romulus tomorrow. Do you have any interest in seeing it? I didn't even know that was a movie, Andrew. So I think that should tell you how I feel. Decor and Brooklyn on feeds. Should I open feeds on the side, chat? I should probably open feeds on the side. I should open feeds on the chat on the side, which would require me to turn off music, though, is the thing. So let me do that. Keep an eye in case something pulls up. I feel like I'm getting the hang of watching and talking through feeds while we are doing the stream so that we don't lose focus. So that it's not just me. It's not just me watching the feeds, if that makes sense. Ew. So the cam switched from quad cam to cam, and Cam saying all my underwear is dirty. I don't need to know that. Jordan, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the live feed update. Xiaomi, relax. T-Core is reversing all of yesterday's growth. What does that mean, King of the Two Hole? Is she running it back? Is she regretting her decisions? Tova was the fantasy football commish. I mean, we should ask Tova then if Tova's down to run it again. I'm making a form where people can rate every BB player from season 2 through season 25's game 1 to 10. Is there a good place on the Discord to post it if people want to vote? Sky, let me just quickly look at the Discord. Go to the BB. You can go to the Big Brother 26 channel, I think. I don't think we have a general Big Brother channel, so if you go to the Big Brother 26 one, that's the spot to do it. He's wearing inside out undies for the veto comp or going commando. Bro, just do your fucking laundry. Is it because the backyard's closed? But also, you could have done laundry before. Oh, Brooklyn's trying to pull some tears out. Brooklyn is manipulative, y'all. Don't say the word mother challenge. 10:37. Let's see how many minutes she goes before saying mother. Brooklyn was not giving Rabina a minute to rest before noms. No, not at all. Why are people voting Joseph? Sarah, we just think Joseph has a lot of info and could instigate actually with it and would also be a secret keeper. I think that's kind of the vibe. Who would you vote for, Sarah? Oh, you're going to get Lisa and Cedric? Yes. Not anybody that wants to stay goes home. Kenny didn't want to stay and he went home. Don't say... What does RBF stand for, Tommy? They're speculating earlier about a video this week being the Yankee swap, but we have a 2-hour episode a week from Wednesday, so it'll probably be then. I agree, and I think it'll be the Summit cross promo. Oh, you thought people were annoyed at Joseph. That's fair. Resting bitch face. That, I know what that means. I should have realized. Sorry, my bad, Tommy's. And thank you, Pam. Brooklyn said, whenever I get mad, just think of Joseph's ugly face. Aaron coming through. I mean, this is definitely not on the same level as Aaron's macro aggressions, quite frankly. Never call another person ugly, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. You know, Angela says crazy eyes. Brooklyn calls Joseph ugly. We move. Brooklyn, Joseph wins with 18% of the vote. That's wrong, right? Joseph wins with 58% of the vote, Liv. Wow. Wow, Liv. Fake journalism. Here's the thing. The guilt tripping works on T-Core a little bit, I feel like. To a certain degree. T-Core is too pure for a big brother. Brooklyn would have taken the information to try and reverse the move. That's why it's a blind side. Exactly. The AI instigator power, Jordan. I'm going to mute up real quick from the feeds. Let me know if anything interesting happens to unmute chat. AI instigator power is essentially the second half of Quinn's power that he didn't use, which was causing misinformation and chaos. AKA Ginge, thank you for the second month. Thank you for using your one prime here on me. Appreciate you. Welcome back into Lesson 2 crew, Ginge. There was a clip of Brooklyn and Quinn laughing that Angela has to be a have-not for her birthday, and the camera zoomed to the noms today. I just love the Skippy trolling. Mandy, that is cinema. That is not just trolling, that is cinema to me. Don't we think production is totally going to control what they say? I don't think so. Or at least Daisy. I'm maybe trying to be delusional and hope not. Yeah, T-Core feels guilt heavy. She is an empath for sure. There's a very tough personality trait in this game. I would say I'm a former empath. I still feel a lot of feelings, but I'm able to be very selective now on who I feel it for. Like I feel it for all my friends, family, loved ones, but in games, I don't let it be a thing I think about anymore. A Doyle, first time chatter, welcome in. Who did you buy on the stock watch? I regretfully went with Chelsea. 3 weeks in a row now have forgotten to buy stock, and I've been sitting on chemo stock for 3 weeks, which reminds me, I got to respond to this message. So that reminded me. Thank you for that. All T-Core's actions are dictated by guilt, her apologizing just for herself to feel better. For sure. For sure. But yeah, I've tried to become more selfish as I've grown up. Not in a like fuck everybody else way, but in a I have to prioritize myself way, you know? How many screens do you have here in your command center, aka big desk? 3. So right now, this is where y'all are. You're in the main monitor in the middle. I have a vertical monitor here, which is my Discord right now, wide open. And then the feeds are on the third monitor right here. So if you see me looking around, it's because I got a whole setup going on. I'm hoping Joey finally gets over the 5 hump. Honestly, it's entirely possible. What made you former? Lori, it was the realization that I was putting my life and my needs on hold to do things and deal with other people's stuff. I guess maybe empath isn't the correct thing, is a former for me, because I still feel emotions very deeply, and I still, you know, like my wife's pain is my pain, my friend's pain is my pain, my friend's happiness is my happiness. I definitely feel all of that, but I've become more selective with who I give that empath quality to, if that makes sense. Brooklyn didn't tell Rabina until about 10 seconds before the vote. She's wild with this lie. What did she say? Did she claim that she told Rabina earlier? Oh, we all deserve to be here. You deserve to be everything. Yesterday, what were you saying, Brooklyn? Chelsea's still good with damage control. She should be careful about trying to call out Joseph. I agree. Selective empath. Yes, biologique. Learning to say no when I'm so stretched thin, especially. It's huge. You absolutely need it. She claimed she would tell T-Core in advance if she was voting her out, but didn't tell Rubino until 10 seconds. It's true. And we got to watch it on the show. You know? On the show, chat. If Leah and Chelsea... Okay, you're opening up a box and it's taking way too much. T-Core, what are you waiting for here? Okay, I'm just going to mute up real quick. I'm going to answer a question from the forum now real quick, chat. If Leah and Chelsea go home, what are the chances of a Camgela showmance, and would you stand? Is that a Cam and Angela showmance? No, I would not stand. I don't stand showmances, period. But more so like, what are we doing here? She might not be doing a great job, but I respect Brooklyn for trying to hustle. I would, if no matter how bad or good you play, that is what matters more than anything. Just play the game and play hard to a fault and try your best of your abilities or to what you think is the best thing you can do. You know what I mean? Does MJ have any prospects moving forward in the game? Miel, so at this point, she's pissed off the side of the house with power. Tucker does not like her. And I think she's kind of found herself to be in the, well, we're gonna try and shoot the middle. MJ is the one that goes up, you know. Shitsko, welcome, and hope you're having a good evening. Welcome. Pooya, I need advice here. We're starting this off today with a good one. I'm really stressed out, so I made a lot of bad decisions in college last semester and almost got kicked out, but I didn't. I did lose financial aid though. My family's broke and I can't get a private loan. I don't want to be disappointed with my family who think college is so important. What do you think I should do? I think focus on establishing and re-finding yourself in college. What I mean by that is I was on academic probation during university and I had like an annual scholarship that I got, which knocked off some of my tuition. I lost that as well. And I just tried my best to bounce back and just kind of reestablish, do better at school. But you got to take it a day at a time. You have to take it a day at a time. You got to build on a day at a time. You got to focus one step at a time. Because if you think about it, the overarching can get overwhelming, and then it might make you want to turtle up, which I have definitely turtled up, gone back to my shell plenty of times before as a result. Who is Tucker with by the fish right now? Who is that? Is that Joseph? It's Joseph. Okay. I love that MJ voted with the house flip but still ended up on the wrong side of the flip. I mean, her going into the room with Tucker and saying, hello, can I give you a suggestion? Team up with Chelsea and Brooklyn. How to take a year off, and that really ended up helping me mature, save some money for classes too. I ended up doing 2 half semesters. So I took half the course load, and that definitely helped me as well. If you have a way to get your GPA up via community college, that could be an option if you can't do another semester. It's a good chat, Meal. See if it's possible to take a semester off is another thing Blue Daisy said as well. University isn't for everyone. Consider going into trades. Plumbers and electricians make so much money and it costs way less to become one than getting a degree. I mean, to speak on the family side of things, chat, question asker, the family side of not wanting to disappoint your family, I feel that a lot. I would never share my defeats, and I would only share my successes, and that did a number on me. Keeping that to myself, feeling like I'm living a lie with them. I inevitably came forward with the truth, and it was liberating, but I definitely understand what you mean of not wanting to, like, you know, disappoint the family. Ian McShane, evening. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. It won't get better if you don't deal with the why. 100%, Jordan. Figure out why you struggled first year and deal with those. Is the course load? Is it living situation? Honestly, huge piece of advice from Jordan. If it's just academics, do you need like tutoring? If it's living situation, do you need to, if you're living with roommates and they're distracting, do you need to move out, move alone? You know, all that stuff. You got to think. Time management is a big one. So did they not have nots last week? They didn't, Miel. No have nots last week. Angela on slop for her birthday is rough. It is. I'm just happy. Remind me, chat, because obviously I remember last week they delivered her birthday stuff a week too early. Did they take them back or did they let her keep it? Let me know. And don't feel bad. A lot of us fail at first. You know, some people go, they do their university in 4 years as scheduled and leave. Some of us, we struggled. There are speed bumps along the way. One of the biggest lessons I had to teach myself was do not follow the conventional timeline of things. Just because you're supposed to be out of university by 22 doesn't mean that that's what is going to happen for you, and that's fine. Those restrictions, they're just, you know, societally put in there. They don't matter as much to me. All right. Question asker. Oh, Matty Dubs. So MATTYDUBBZZ. Question asker. I worked with college students for over a decade. Feel free to DM me if you need to chat. So whoever this was anonymously, if you want to reach out to Matty Dubs, who is in the chat right now, if you watch the VOD around, go back to like maybe 38 minutes in, you'll see the username. Feel free to whisper to Matty Dubs. Matty Dubs, thank you for your generosity and giving up your time. Appreciate it. Question asker. Oh, I just answered that. Proud Sam, thank you for the 5th month. Appreciate you. Welcome in. What are your thoughts on season 2 of House of the Dragon now that the season is over? It was a slow burn, which I was not mad at, Andrew, but I'm very distraught at the concept of us having to wait 2 more years before we get more. I don't like that one bit. Fallen, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. First time chatter. Hope you're doing well. They kept it. She stashed it. Oh, she stashed it. See, at least if she had used it, I would have felt better. And I doubt they're going to lift it for her birthday, right? The theory was they did that because they knew the wall was coming up and knew she'd be on slop this week. Aw, that's actually very nice from production. If that's what they meant to do. Also, I've been watching Claim to Fame for the last week on season 2, loving it. Miel, I'm happy you like it. I'm still behind on season 3 as the episodes start stacking on. But I recommend Claim to Fame 100%. It's actually cheaper to take a couple years off and go back as an adult student. Ooh, a little bit of a... What's the word I'm looking for? A life hack? A little bit of life hack situation here? No, I'm not giving up any spoilers. Y'all, don't worry. No House of the Dragon spoilers. We're good. I don't mind the slow burn, but hate how long we have to wait, but I think it'll be worth it. 100%. They plan to eat it next week. That's nice. At least, listen, don't eat it without her. Please and thank you. Some jobs will have pay for school too. This is true. Damien, welcome in. Hello. Hope you're doing well. All right, next question in the chat. Sorry, in the form, in the anonymous form, of course. I get that people like Tucker, but I'm sick of one person dominating the edit and winning multiple comps. Seems like production wanted Matt to be their golden boy, and now it's Tucker. Over it. I think the reality of the situation, question asker, is that no matter what the season is, they are always going to pick one person and have them be the narrator. And by narrator, I mean they're going to have the monster share of the edit. And Tucker is definitely that guy. I mean, it's hard to not edit him into the show when he's volunteered to be on the block and to be participating in all their comps. When you're doing all the comps, you have to be part of the story because they're going to see the comps. So that's one. The second thing is, I've seen a lot of people now complain about how this looks like a steamroll and he's just got it in the bag. I want to remind people to not doom and gloom. We're still on week 5. It's early. Remember last year, for the first 3 weeks, people were like, man, Suri's just going to win this. The season's rigged for Suri. Suri's just going to steamroll this, blah, 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 blah. Did Suri finish in the final 3? Nope. Did Suri make it to the final HOH? Nope. Did she sit on the final 2? Nope. She went out earlier than that. Just because someone's got the lead doesn't mean anything. Brooklyn, it looked like the Pentagon was going to steamroll early. They're done now. It is over. Over. I think we're a little scarred from how when last year, ideally, you have a showy player like this, makes it fun, but then they have an epic fall and we get to focus on other house guests. That's exactly it, Mandy. I think maybe the reason why I'm not feeling like it's a steamroll coming is that Tucker is just simply on too many radars to get to the end right now. Obviously, I get it. He could win out. That's a thing that could happen. But once AI is done, all they need to do is gamble on a veto pick, and genuinely he could end up backdoored and out. Jack steamrolling also does help that idea as well, Jordan. The nervousness. For sure. All right, let me scroll back up real quick. The internet is the last place you should be if you want to avoid spoilers. Well, JJ, that's true. At the same time, though, if people are watching the stream, I try and be mindful because I know, because also, like, for example, I cover a lot of traders seasons and a lot of international ones, and I know not a lot of people have access to them, or they'll wait until like they're on Peacock. So I want to keep it away from them. Typically, if I give you if I'm going to talk spoilers, I do a heads up so that people don't get spoiled. Obviously, if you're on Twitter, mute the hashtags that you need to mute. That is the key. Who was it for BBCan 12? I mean, it was Dougie. It was Anthony. 100% was Anthony. It was Anthony and Spicy V, but then, you know. I love T-Core's green glasses. I agree. All right. Because Suri didn't join the Mafia with Matt and Jag. With Matt and I. AI Arena definitely doesn't help with the comps. 100%. We've had a lot of other winners. Yeah, chat. Up until the end of week 2... we had a situation where like 8 people had won comps and no one had repeated. It wasn't until Tucker won his first AI that we had someone win 2 comps. Until that point, everyone had gotten a piece kind of thing. Where can you watch New Zealand Trader Season 2? Daisy. You have to go to the deep web, kind of find you an alternative website. I think if you go to fuck, what was that website? Actually, I got a website for you. I'll give you a free one here. I'll give you a free one here. Oh, what was this website? Chat, what was the website that has... Oh, there we go. Found it. Go to this website. Actually, let me double check and make sure it's on here before I give it to you. Because, like, I don't want to get your hopes up. So, let me do that. There we go. Yep, it is here. All right, chat. You keep this between us, yeah? Boom. Enjoy. What past Big Brother season does season 26 remind you most of? I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. It's hard because some seasons I'm on top of the feeds more than others. You know, I also famously forget a lot about previous seasons because of the fact that I store a lot of memory and then just take it out to move on to the next show because of all the podcasting I'm doing now. So it's a hard question to answer. I'm not going to lie to you. It was bugging me, so I went back to listen. I remember, do you also offer solutions to Liana when default listening, or do you and Liana now ask each other if this is a solution conversation or a sharing feelings conversation? So Liana asks me if I want a solution or not, and I give her my honest feeling. I'm like, maybe in a second, you know, whatever. Or I'm like, oh no, I'm just talking shit. Like, it's fine. This actually doesn't need advice. Like, we're good. Wait, there's a hug going on between Angela and who dat? Tucker. Why is Angela crying? Her birthday? She said, is it stupid, really? Oh, she's mad that she's been isolated by the house. Angela's telling Tucker that T-Core doesn't fuck with her like that. Kima doesn't fuck with her like that. Bro, the Angela is like this, though. When she's in a good spot, she kind of self-sabotages also. Not that she's in a great spot, but you know what I mean. I'm gonna mute up again real quick, chat, as we bounce back and forth here. So to go back to what you were saying, Brayden, but when Liana is venting or speaking like that, I offer up solutions. And typically she'll just stop me. Actually, that's not true. So I typically listen. I listen. Then I offer up a solution. I don't ask the question. I just offer up a solution, and she's like, yeah, no, I'm gonna do this instead. Because I'm like, Liana's she knows what she needs to do typically. But I'm more of a listener. I'm more of the T-Core where I just listen. So that's kind of where I'm at. But when she calls me on the phone and vents, that's when I offer solutions. Face to face, I just listen because I know that, you know, if you've gone through the whole day, you've already figured your stuff out. But if she calls me, I know it's more of an urgent looking for advice type thing, if that makes sense. Who was the last early compies that ever won a season? Early. Cody? Did Cody win a lot of comps in 22? Remind me. Xavier won an HOH early in 23. And was it a veto early in 23? I wouldn't say a lot by any measure. Not Taylor. Jag won some in the beginning, right? Some-ish. I don't remember. Also, remembering who won what comps is a lot for me. The comps are equitable, so I'm not too fussed about it. I agree, Jordan. I mean, is it a little frustrating that the most quote-unquote physically fit person in the cast is winning the equitable comps? A little bit. Doesn't make them any less equitable, though. Any hope someone can resurrect BB can't? Ian, I could see a world where it happens, just not anytime soon, if that makes sense. Probably not at least a year of no BB can is my assumption. Oh, and if you're an RHAB patron, you do have access to the links. I forgot to mention this part. Respawning, you're really gonna snitch on me? Respawning after all we've been through? Who's he trying to scare? Oh my god, Tucker's hiding in the wedge. He's gonna scare somebody. How's Liana liking BB26? She's having fun with it. She's having fun with it. But yeah, that website is gold for any Australia and New Zealand shows, like Shisco said, 100%. Angel cried middle of the floor earlier. I think, yeah, I mean, she's like, your birthday, especially depending on how you spend it, is kind of one of those bookmark moments in your year. So for example, I'm not going to remember every January 27th of my life, but I'm going to remember every February 22nd of my life because it's my birthday, and typically we'll do something, or I'll just know the state of mind I was in when my birthday was. And I think that's a big one for everybody. Oh, she terrified. Who is this on the floor? Is this Ravina? My cam quality is very grainy, so I can't tell. I can't tell. Okay. Angelina. Okay, so I just read this. Catching up, chat. So I fell behind a little bit, but we're getting there. She's not wrong though. She tried to form multiple things with Timo, and they're constantly trying to replace her. She's not incorrect in her read, for sure. She's not incorrect in her read, but also I don't think I mean, also it's hard to tell somebody, hey, just take the deal you have and move on. Like, why are you thinking more? You know what I mean? Like, it's hard. It's hard. Because if someone told me, hey, stop playing, we gave you an alliance, now shh, be quiet. Shh, good Pooya. I'm not going to do that. Well, Michael didn't win, Mandy. I think the question was, what was the question? Was the question on who won in early comps and then made it and then won? I don't know. Maybe I misread the question. Steve won a veto week 1. True. If he didn't, he would have gone home. Will there be a BNB this season? I believe not. Do you think they gave Angela this birthday stuff last week because they knew she was going to be a have-not this week? That's what someone said the running theory is, Rooster, and I agree with it, I think. I watch on Pluto because the quality is a million times better. That's fair. That's fair. Wow, thank you for explaining why adults care about birthdays so much. Wait, Ichiyama, are you being sarcastic? Dupree's, thank you for the gifted sub to SQ grams. Sorry, apologies. Thank you. Thank you, Dupree's. Brooklyn, she was just apologizing for letting me throw myself under a bus. Leah, well, at least she apologized. That's hilarious. Cody won 1 HOH and 1 Vita before week 8 in BB22. Question was, who was the last early comp beast that won a season? I don't know. No, BNB, Liana's okay, right? Just work busy, I hope. 100%. Liana is healthy and happy. She went on a little vacation this past week. She was gone from like Wednesday to Wednesday. Gone on a little family trip. So she's living her best life. I think I've talked about this on stream. The reality is that Liana's just very busy with science work. And so covering a show like Big Brother, which is kind of the equivalent of a show that never sleeps, is just not possible for her. She keeps up with the show through the episodes and through the live feed updates and through her personal live feed updater, me, to get her in on the scoop on what's going on. But she doesn't have the time or the capability to focus up. And Liana's not a are they trying to scare people again? But this house loves scaring each other. Liana's an all or nothing person too. So you could say, oh, well, she could just, you know, keep up with the live feed updates and Twitter and stuff and just be caught up to do the pods. And that's definitely possible, but that's not Liana's style. Liana's style is, oh, T-Core's about to get spooked. Oh, she got faked out by 1. Oh, she walked back. Wait. Oh, they did not scare her. What did I miss? I don't know. But yeah. She's an all-or, like, she'll watch all the feeds. She'll take all the notes. She's very, very detail-oriented, so she would not be able to do it this way. She's asking Rubina to come out so they can get her. That's so funny. Bro, they love spooking Rubina, huh? No more BNB, that makes sense. Yeah, DJ. But, I mean, Survivor, BNB, still going to be there. Still going to be there, for sure. You didn't go with her on a family trip. It was a girls' trip, Jordan. So, yeah. What, I can go back and watch the wall comp recap. This stage just got that much better. Oh, bookmark is the best metaphor for birds. Never heard that before. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, it was enlightening. Well, thank you, Chami. Yeah, I mean that's the thing is like for me, I'm typically I like to give myself this compliment. I'm very good at remembering dates and remembering little information people give me. But even still, even at my best, like I couldn't tell you what happened on any date in my life except for my birthday, pretty much. And that's because it's actively a bookmark every year. As a fellow scientist, I get it. There we go. I just want the BB Comics predictions. Denny and Memphis are classics. Was Memphis actually not a BB comic? I think Memphis was actually a comic. Fun fact, Jack, Cody, Steve, Lisa, and Boogie are the only house guests to win a veto in the first 5 weeks and win the game. That is nuts. That is a wild factoid. Thank you for sharing that. Do you know why Terrence stopped doing the Survivor stock watch? I don't, honestly. I will say, actually, I don't, but I'll give you my personal theory. I don't think doing a stock, because like also you, okay. So it's not a stock watch if there's no stock market in a weird way, right? But I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. Maybe like he's just content giving his takes while watching Survivor. You know what I mean? So I don't know. He said it was basically impossible to do a lot of feeds. You only see the edits. That's a very fair one to say. Yeah. There are several Survivor pods too, just saying. That's true. It is a very saturated market on our own network, quite frankly. So maybe that could be another factor. But yeah. 46 fell during BB Can 2. That's also valid. Very valid. All right. Next question in the forum chat as we start answering these questions. Please rank these Australians on how demure they are. Raygun, fucking Bowie J, and Shannon Gus. Shannon Gus, Bowie J, and Raygun. I think. How do you take your coffee? I'm a simple boy. Give me some skim milk and some sweet and low, and I'm happy in my coffee. That's it. I used to be big on cream and sugar. Stopped. I dropped it. And I think it was for the better. Legacy Watch could return for 50. I could see it. I forgot to buy and sell this week, and I got a lot of Brooklyn stock. I forgot to buy and sell this week, and I've still got chemo stock, but chemo should go up this week, right? Hopefully, maybe. Chat, are you with me? Are you with me? Yes, we think Pooya makes some money this week. He is sitting at a 5 rating. Could he go up to a 6? We'll take a 6. Do you have a P.O. box somewhere where someone could send you gifts? Each time I've looked into it and I don't have a P.O. box, it's because in order to get a P.O. box big enough, it required quite a bit of money, and I was just unsure how often I would be using it to justify it, if that makes sense. Did you see Jeff Probst's Varsity Variety article where he said he just started planning for 51? I did not, Red Wings. What did he say exactly? How come you didn't co-storytell with Dwight last week? So this is what happened, chat. Here's the honest to goodness truth. Can I explain this demure trend? Honestly, Shisco, I'm the wrong person to do it, man. I've only been seeing it. I'm not even sure I 100% get it. But I'll ask Kirsten on Goose Goose on Sunday, and then that way I can tell you. Or someone in chat can let you know. I bought Angela stock this week. Ooh, Rooster, you were really trying to go for that shoot the moon. And not shoot the moon. You're trying to aim for the stars. You know, you're hoping to get a big, big bump. All right, let me just see, make sure I don't miss any chats here. Rome, are you ready for the next season of Survivor? 100% Rome. I am pumped. I am pumped, friend. Survivor is a very fun show for us. We love it here, and we have extra reason to be rooting for people next year. You know what I mean? But yeah, should be a good time. Hell yeah. You know? Was waiting to see someone quote the Beastie Boys. I like my sugar with coffee and cream. I don't even know this quote, so it would have gone over my head. It would have gone over my head. Let's see. Have you looked into the website Stream Treats? No. What is this website, Shondell? And is it a safe website for me to look up right now? Stream Treats. Treat Stream. Let your friends and supporters send you food delivery. Ah, interesting. I've never looked into this. Jules LeBron on TikTok. I know the creator. I do know the creator for sure. Did I catch your drift? Can't wait to see how the drafts go. We'll see how the draft goes, Rome. It's gonna be fun. Can't wait. Asia gonna dominate. Listen, would love nothing more. Did you watch Cedric's goodbye messages yet? Just joined. Mana, we watched them all yesterday on the what's it called? The stream for the wall comp. Before the wall comp, we watched it. It was a lot. I need to live in a world where Angela's a BB winner. I mean, could happen. We could see it. We could see it. It's not impossible, I don't think. I think it's a hard task, but listen, wild things have happened on Big Brother before. Is Asia the chalk #1 pick for the RHAP draft? I mean, it's one of those situations where Rob is the winner coming in, the reigning champ. No, is he? Yes, Rob is the reigning champ. He's going to set the draft order. If Rob doesn't put himself first, it's because he doesn't want to pick Asia. Remember this. Sounds shady, but that's my running theory. Because I feel like whoever you put first pick, you're kind of assuming they're going to pick Asia off the board. He's going to give #1 pick to Chappelle. Yeah. If they didn't let Angela play in the HOA, she shouldn't be a have-not. She probably should have been told she couldn't play. Oh, I mean, yeah, had she not played, she would not have been a have-not for sure. This is true. I didn't think of that. Your address is secret from us, but we can send you and Liana treats. I can look into this. This could be a thing to look into potentially. But also, do I need the temptation of treats at my doorstep, you know? Do you think Asia being on 47 will increase Rob's chances of being on 50? I don't think the two are linked to each other in any way, Andrew, if I'm being honest. Like, I don't think, like, let's say Asia is on the show. That means that the doors to RHAP open more and Rob gets his ass back. I don't think that's how it'll work. I think if Rob is going to get his ass back, he'll get his ass back regardless, if that makes sense. You know? But no, I definitely appreciate the recommendation, Shondell. Chappelle said he's going to guilt Rob into getting first. I love that from him. Aside from your fellow podcaster, what are you most excited about for 47? I'm very excited for a member of the Less Than Two crew, specifically, who is going to be on the cast. And Baby Andy, who's been a member of our community from the beginning. I'm very excited. I know that Baby Andy has been waiting for this moment, this opportunity, this one chance, and I can't wait to see it and see how Baby Andy does. But of course, Baby Andy will be known to every other person in the world outside of us as Andy, but to us, always Baby Andy. Shout out Baby Andy wherever you may be at this lovely Friday evening. But I'm excited for 47 because I just can't wait to see the game play again. You know, Survivor's kind of been on a high for me recently. I know a lot of people don't fuck with the new era format. I myself don't personally love it, but I've been falling in love with these casts and these characters. They've been doing a good job with it. So I can't wait to meet a brand new 18 group of people, or I guess 16 technically for me, and kind of just see how it goes. And you know, the preseason's always hype. Getting to see all the bios, the videos, the draft is always fun. Of course, y'all know this. So yeah. Do you think Asia will mention in her confession that she podcasts about Survivor? I doubt it, because I feel like Asia podcast like does the draft and does guest spots. Asia and I have the same history of podcasting about Survivor. Like every other person on the draft, Taryn had the Survivor Stock Watch. Chappelle has Club Condo. Liana has the B&B. Shannon has International Survivor on her back. Me and Asia we're here for the draft, and then we'll see you later if you invite us to your podcast. Like, so I don't think it comes up. When does it start? It'll be my first Survivor season watching as it's on. September 18th, chat? Can someone correct me? September 18th? Yeah, there we go. Red Wings on top of it as always. Hopefully you can get Asia for Goose Goose after, because I miss her in Goose Goose. We will definitely be knocking on Asia's door once Goose Goose happens. Once Survivor ends. Oh, May, thanks for reminding me. So, Blood on the Clock Tower, here's what happened. So, I woke up And I got a message from Dwight, and I'm being very honest with you here. I got a message from Dwight, and Dwight said, what does Asia's Chiron say? I don't know. We'll find out together. I found, Dwight told me that he had a couple last second cancellations and that he was looking to get a couple people to have an 8-person lobby. I was like, cool, okay. And I had just woken up. I had a bit of a headache at about 30 minutes before the stream. And I was like, I have a bit of a headache. I'm going to go remedy this before the stream. He's like, cool, sounds good, whatever. So he sends me the link for Blood on the Clock Tower to join as a co-storyteller. And then as I'm about to get on, I see that there's a lobby of 8 and I see Christian join as a storyteller. And so I message him, I'm like, oh, you got Christian. Because I thought maybe he took it as I'm not feeling good and I don't want to be there. So maybe he found someone. But I think what happened was, and I haven't asked him, so I don't know for sure. But I think what happened was he had asked Christian if Christian could play. Christian said, I can't, but I could watch, I could co-storytell. So he offered it to him, but it wasn't a you replace Pooya way. It was a you can what's it called? You can also join in and we'll just have 3 co-storytellers. And part of me was like, I feel like 3 for 8 is intense. 3 co-storytellers for an 8-person game. And I was like, you know what? I just woke up anyway. I'm having a coffee. I'm still waking up. I'm not going to offer a lot of good insight. I was like, you know what? I'm very okay just watching and just having Christian cook with Dwight, and it'll be good. Like, I was in the chat the whole time. You can definitely check and see. But yeah, that's what happened. Are you going to watch any of Challenge 40? I intend on it, King of the Two Hole. I intend on it. I would love to. I really want to watch it. Yeah, I've never seen Pod Save America before, chat. I've heard of it, but I do not know anything about it. So I don't know much about John Lovett. John Lovett? Did I say that? Yeah. I think so. Yeah. Things about going to 90-minute episodes helped the show a lot. I agree. I think they did really good with it. No judgment. I can see why you love him. He's just not for me. Oh, y'all talking about this John Lovett person. It's a political pod, which is exactly why you don't really find me in it. Do you think 50 will be more new era or old era? What theme would you guess if you would be if there was one? So for me, Rome, I personally have been saying it's going to be new era. I just don't see them. They made such a big deal about Survivor 40 is the new era. This is kind of Survivor 40 is closing the chapter on the old era. We're going to the new. And I kind of bought into that. And I feel like, and this is my personal conspiracy theory, which we've talked about, which is I personally feel like they mentioned that anybody could get in from any season because I think they wanted to dissuade some of the survivors from going on the Australia versus US season that ended up being Australia versus the world, which hasn't happened yet. That's kind of my theory there. I still buy that it's going to be a new era thing. I could be wrong, but we'll see. So I think it'll be new era. And as far as theme goes, I mean, listen, personally, I would always love a Second Chances 2, but the reality is with a new era, Second Chances 2 is basically no winners and no Bruce. Everyone else is up for grabs. So anything can happen. 33 to 49 second chances, I'd be very down for, because I would love to back some people to play from those from that lost 7 seasons, if that makes sense. So yeah. Like I'll have a few token people from older season and the rest will be new era. Mimi, I think that's a great way to put it. Mimi the great way to put it. Yeah, they announced 50 like right after AU versus US was getting all the hype. Exactly, Sam. I noticed that. So it felt a little suspect to me. Do you think they would have someone play back to back from 49-50? Like a la Russell Hantz? They'd have to be hella compelling. Because low-key, I think this is the other thing with the new era. There's an embarrassment of riches. I got quite a bit of shit for my personal wish list of 5 that well, I've said this, but I had picked 4 out of the 5. There's a lot of people from that wish list that I could have added on to it. Like, I have a lot of people I like from 45 that I would like to see play again. So I think they have an embarrassment of riches, but that 49er that goes to back-to-back must be either banger TV or like super robbed or something, potentially, you know? All right, next question in the form. Have you ever stolen a traffic cone? I can tell you, I have absolutely not ever done this. It's the year 2084, and players on Big Brother still underestimate the power of being a floater and think that it's some kind of blasphemy to be committed in the history of the human race, SMH. This is the thing. People will play the game and play it hard and then get mad if someone that they don't see playing as hard as them do better than them. That's kind of the nature, you know? It's and I've talked about this before. It's the You study your ass off for class, for an exam, and some dude will roll up out of bed who doesn't really study but has a decent memory and kind of knows the art of bullshitting a paper and does better than you. And you're like, this is some bullshit. I don't like this at all. I worked so hard. I should get the better mark, and so on. Dennis, welcome and happy Friday. Someone did back-to-back CVC2 and All-Stars on AU, and it didn't turn out great. Who? Actually, don't answer that. I'm gonna try and remember. Can you tell us who you voted on for your wish list? Andrew, so on 45, what me and Mike put through was D, Caleb, Drew, Kelly, and Bruce. Personally, I would have had Emily flipping on there if Emily has not publicly said that she wouldn't play again. Did I vote on the ballot? You know, Red Wings, I did. I don't think I can go back and check what I voted, though. I'll tell you this. I didn't vote for everyone on my wish list. So. But he looks so handsome in the pink sweatshirt on the slop. BDE. Hey! Appreciate it, Bree. Thank you so much. I love that hoodie. It's one of my favorites. I think the announcement of being All-Stars too early, the hype will disappoint. I don't know. It could, Sam. It could. I don't know, necessarily. Didn't Chemo and T-Core trade one bottom of the alliance for another? If not, did they benefit from the flip? I mean, you could definitely see it as trading one bottom of the alliance for another. The reality is, if anything, they've woken up the Pentagon to, hey, we were not treating them right. So there's a world where they can bring some people back in. I think Quinn still has their best interest in heart for the most part. And then I think I agree with you in that, you know, you look at the alliance of 5 in Tucker, Angela, Rabina, T-Core Chemo. Tucker's top 2, in my opinion, are Angela and Rabina in that situation. The difference, though, is that Rabina is a piece that will work with T-Core and Chemo, whereas for the two of them, Cedric was always Pentagon first, Collective second. You know what I mean? But yeah. I mean, you could still argue that they're on the bottom on both sides. I think that's fair. Austin robbed. See, personally, I don't think Austin would have been... Austin would have... If it was a top 9, Austin would have made it on my list. Otherwise, Austin was not making it on my list. You plan on going to watch parties? I will be going to the RHAP ones whenever those go public. I will be going to the ones I can make it to. I think I can make it to... If there is a New York one, I will make it to that one 1000%. Depending on the date for any other ones, I don't think I can make the other ones. So this might be my least attended in quite a few seasons, but I still want to go 100%. Watch parties and events, there's nothing quite like it. It really is a good time. If anyone here is on 49 needs help to flip a vote to tell people, this move will get you on 50. If you do this, you could be on the next season, man. I feel like Teamless Current Alliance is way more fluid than the Collective was. I agree. I think they have more options now than they did before, low-key. I just went and looked, and there were 5 people in CVC2 that went to AU All-Stars. Can you name them? You could pay me $100 right now. I couldn't name one, I don't think. Because I'm not sure if I've watched Champions versus Contenders 2. I could have, for all I know, but maybe my one that I haven't seen. I'm not sure. I was a little upset when you put Bruce on over Jake, but luckily he made it on the ballot via wildcard. And honestly, I think Jake will make it further on the ballot than Bruce did. Ultimately, for me, it was my little nod to Bruce because I knew a lot of people either will discount Bruce or not really be like, man, whatever. I enjoyed Bruce personally. I thought Bruce was fun. Not to say that I didn't think Jake was fun. Jake was one of my favorite characters all season. Also, a fellow streamer's favorite, Ludwig, was famously rooting for Jake. And I've not played any games with Bruce, but I played hella games with Jake, so Jake would be fun. But in the moment, I just kind of felt like I wanted to give the Bruce nod. You know what I mean? But yeah, he made it onto the ballot. That's the other thing, too, for me with the wish list. I was kind of like, well, if someone is quote-unquote robbed, they'll be on this ballot regardless. I think Golden God was 1, Shisco. That's what I was thinking. Thank you, man. Because love, I think it's just not... It's just number their days for no reason. It shows they can't be trusted to the whole house. I think the wishy-washiness maybe, but I don't know. I think it's still too early to tell potentially. How long do you give it until Chelsea steals Cam's dirty underwear? I don't want to know. What rumors and misinformation would you spread as the AI instigator? A lot of showmance rumors. And also I would make up fake named alliances and put them out there. And the best part, I would pepper in a true one so that people will be like, oh my God, some of this info is legit. So for example, if I'm in the Joseph spot and I know all the information, okay? And I know all the information. Oh, I have seen that season then, Rooster. I have seen that season. If that's the ones. I have seen those seasons. If I'm Joseph and I have all the information, I would say something like there's an alliance there was an alliance of 8 called the Collective, right? That's you put that in and people are like, oh, that's true. I know that's true. And then I would say, and this is kind of to fuck with someone like Tucker, I would then say there's another alliance. It was called the Pentagon. And he's like, oh, wow, they really know their shit. This person knows their shit. And then I would say there's an alliance with Rubina and Angela and Mackenzie and Brooklyn called the Mamas and the Daughters. I don't know. Because Tucker could think it's bullshit, but that might be an itch in his head. That's the kind of fuckery I want. I think you need to use it like that, where you put some truth bombs in there so people think that the stuff is valid and not just bullshit. And then you put a couple bullshit ones in there as well. That's how I would go about it. That's how I would sow the seeds of distrust. Genius. Well, thank you, Mandy. Appreciate it. I would spread Turbina rumors, knowing it'll be Tucker. Do you think Brooklyn will ever be in a good spot again? Her attitude is hurting her so much. Mana, if she survives and wins the veto and survives this week, we will have to see. But I do think her being a sore loser is not good for her. And I still think she'll be targeted after this. Who of this year's BB cast would you want to play Goose Goose with? Let's quickly recap the cast. Okay. Matt, nah, we're good. Lisa, no, we're good. Kenny, no, we're good. Cedric, I would invite Cedric for sure. Honestly, I think Quinn would be fun on Goose Goose. I think Joseph would be fun on Goose Goose. I think Chemo could be fun on Goose Goose. I think Leah would be the best Dodo player we have on the map, easily. I mean, Angela would be a great one, but I don't think Angela would play. I think Chelsea would be fun on Goose Goose. Chelsea would get the invite for sure. Or I shouldn't say for sure, like, well, I'm going to do it, but these are people I've considered, you know? And I don't think Tucker would know what the game is, but he'd be fun as well. But I think if we're being realistic, I think Joseph, Quinn, and Cedric are probably the most realistic gets. Quinn is expecting it. Listen, all I'm saying is I've not heard him say Goose Goose Duck by name, so I don't think so. T-Core would definitely be the person who doesn't speak in the meetings. And we're like, okay, we need to vote, but I haven't heard from T-Core. I think she's sus. And T-Core is just like Astral, just hanging out. Is it just me or do we all think Tucker would have HOH-itis? He is killing it, in my opinion. I think Tucker's doing a very good fucking job. Just with the way he's also not only given his alliance all the info he needs, but the way he's convinced the people not in his alliance what the narrative is. It's aces. I'm actually loving what I'm seeing from Tucker right now. Especially since Quinn and Joseph have watched you on podcasts. 100%. Also, you know what I anticipate, chat? I anticipate the very, very, very... What's the word I'm looking for? The very, very parasocially fans of Quinn. I expect them to hit him up and be like, Pooya talk shit about you during your season. He was complaining about you as a player, which is not true. I said I didn't like one thing he does, and people took it as I hate him. So I'd anticipate that happening. I don't think it changes anything. So I'm not concerned, but I do think that could come up. You search up Quinn in this chat. If he's been here, we did. No appearance in the less than 2 crew. Do Chemo and Tigo remind you of Kevin and Helena from BB Can? No. I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say so. I think if anything, yeah, it's the Kevin that's the harder one too. T-Core engineer just doing tests. Exactly. Brooklyn is really helping Quinn recover for sure. which is good for Quinn. And then Brooklyn leaves and his life is fine. I appreciate that Brooklyn looped Quinn in about all the things Leah has been saying. Well, I mean, finally, someone should have, right? It took him long enough. All right, next thing. Okay, serious question. Sorry. How do you prioritize yourself? I've given so much to my siblings because I'm the oldest, but recently I started telling them no when I got told by one of my brothers how I'm a pathetic, dumb person and I have nothing for them. So therefore, he's done with me and wants nothing to do with me. We currently live together. I got in an accident and moved back home and he's still living at home. I know I need to think of myself and my kids, but I find it out. I feel if they need something, I'd go right back to helping. I don't know what to do and I feel lost. Think of it this way. My favorite thing to compare this to compare oneself is pretend your life is an airplane. No. What I'm trying to say is, you know how on an airplane, if the cabin pressure changes, the oxygen mask come down, they tell you to help yourself before you help anybody else? There's a reason behind that. I think life works the same way. If you are not the best possible version of you, if you are not in a good place, you are incapable or not in the best place to help others. So always focus on you first so you can be the best version of you for others, if that makes sense. That's how I deal. You can't pour from an empty cup, as they say. Agreed. Carly, perfect. Nailed it. So that's kind of what I told myself to then do better, because I also would focus on others and not on myself, and it just started deteriorating me, and it was not worth it. Help yourself before you wreck yourself. All right, Liv the rapper over here. I think Tucker is more like a Hayden BB12. He's got more personality than Hayden, though. Tucker talks about being the Dan Ian of BB14, but he's really the Frank. He thinks he's the Dan in the equation for sure. I've heard Brooklyn wouldn't accept a Goose Goose invite because she can't be the first married mother to win a game. Who was the first married mother in Goose Goose to have won a game? Mari. Yeah. Thank you, Mandolin. Appreciate it. Yeah, Mari. Y'all, chat, we got to the same page. But yeah, that's the... Listen, serious questions are always welcome. That's kind of my personal advice, is if you do not focus on you, you can't help others to the best of your ability. And if others, and this is exactly the thing, if suddenly you're saying no and your brother is calling you dumb or pathetic, they weren't appreciating you in the first place. You appreciate yourself and go from there. Liana is a mother who is married. Well, she is mother, but she is not a mother. John, I'm about to send a link. I want to see his reaction to this. Is funny. Mods delete if you want to. I mean, I'll look at it and then see how I feel about it, Tomster. But if I don't like it, you get banned for life. How about that? I'm kidding. You won't get banned for life. You're good. All right. It is a tweet. I am clicking it, and it is... BB26 players as Survivor 46 players a threat. Angela equals Liz. Cracked goddesses known for their public outbursts. Okay. Brooklyn equals Maria. Villainous married mothers in power positions who had epic downfalls. I mean, it's still too early, but fair. Cam equals Ben. Provides nothing. Aligned with his power players. Probably going to go far. I mean, Ben had a lot more character fleshed out on the show. Chelsea equals Tevin. Loud, annoying, cocky power players who get blindsided by everyone else. Bruh, this is not accurate. Cedric equals Tiffany. Strong, likable players who fell victim to a shift in power. Joseph equals Randon. Both conniving with lots of potential. Kenny equals Jess. Yep, delete the app. This is so not it. This is so not it. Nope. 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 You do not disrespect Jess like this. Nope. Lisa equals Banu. Chaotic icons who cried a lot and will be remembered despite leaving pre-jury. Matt equals Jelinski. Merrill first boots who were horrible at the game. I mean, that's accurate. Chemo equals Kenzie. Strong social player with a cutthroat instinct. Very charismatic. Mackenzie equals Hunter. Oh, these iconic, hot, tall comp beasts. Bro, Mackenzie barely beat... Mackenzie barely beat Rabina and was sharing a tie for the power-up and only got it because her fourth one was clicked a couple seconds faster. How is she a comp beast? We don't have this yet. Quinn equals Charlie. Sorry, Charlie stands. Nerd archetype with lots of allies and close with the villain mom. Rabina equals Mariah, does not contribute much to the game. T-Core equals Gem, strategic icons who start off boring but became very important and chaotic. Is T-Core chaotic? I wouldn't call her chaotic at all. Tucker equals Q, does this even need an explanation? Tucker, Q, I can definitely, yeah. I don't know. I didn't agree with all of it. I did not agree with all of it. Some of it made sense. Venus was Leah, is what they equaled it to. But yeah, some but not all, if that makes sense. All right, next question is, how effective / comfortable are jock straps? Should I try them over compression pants? I've never used one, so I don't know. Top 3 from this season that should be on the traders. It depends. You want a loud and wrong? You want a chaotic? I think Tucker. I think Angela's number 1. Let's not even discuss Angela. Put Angela through the next round. I think Lisa could be hilarious on the traders, low key. I think Tucker. Very uncomfortable. Depends on your body type, to be honest. Thank you, Thompson, for that. Venus is MJ because no one wants to work with her. Oh my. Also, who from Love Island USA should be on the traders? I mean, give me the Powerpuff Girls, obviously. They would be fun. Oh, and Miguel. And Cordell. Kenny can stay home. Have you tried beignets? Yeah, I did. I did. I tried them in New Orleans. It was a good time. I was very under the influence the first day, within hours of getting off the plane, and I needed one to sober me up, and it did, and it was great, and it was clutch. MJ should pull a Costanza and do the exact opposite of her every instinct in the house, and she would do better, honestly. What's your favorite book genre / trope? I shamefully will admit to you, I don't read a lot of books, so I don't have a lot of tropes off the top of my head to give you. I imagine we're going to get a lot of Love Island people on Traders 4. I mean, maybe. It's possible. I mean, it is a Peacock show, so maybe they funnel it in. That would be nice. So, yeah. Do we know if they were still voting out Cedric if it was Cedric versus Mackenzie? Mackenzie would have gone home. Mackenzie was a millisecond away from being the 4th boot of the season. I want the Love Island US 6 cast on every show imaginable. That'd be fun. I agree. Also worth noting, I don't know if I've said this, I will be the guest on the Love Island wrap-up talking about the reunion that's coming on Monday, which I'm very excited about. Oh yeah, this is the person who earlier talked about the college stuff. I probably should have added this on the college thing. I live with my parents already, have accommodations in place. It's more on the money side that worries me. My family is so kind with me, but my dad's grandma always told me before she died that I need to go to college because I can get a good job. I think she died in 2020 before she saw me graduate high school and didn't get to see me succeed in that way, so I can get a good paying job, unlike my parents. Slight shit on my mom, lol, she's a preschool teacher. I never realized that she was making fun of her. Oh, your grandma was making fun of your mom. Gotcha. So I feel like I'm doing this for her, but I didn't tell my parents this because I feel like they're going to yell at me for wasting their money. This is kind of me trauma dumping. I'm sorry for that. I love that I can say this community, in this community, and they're always so great. Yeah, no question asker. If it's money thing, I think obviously it's a hard conversation to have. But if you're truly concerned about the money thing, you could take the semester off and work and be like, I want to pay you back for this, right? And then jump back into school stuff. Or just be honest with them and see where it goes. And just tell them, listen, this is a hard conversation for me to have. This is what happened. These are my plans in place that I want to do to improve. I know that you're going to need to see results before you believe it. So if you want to do, like, if I do a half semester with like a half course load to prove it, or, you know, I was thinking I take a semester off work and I'll pay it back, you know, kind of talk to them like that, see how they feel. I don't know your parents. I don't know how they would respond to this stuff, but I think just have the conversation. That's key. Because even if they get upset or disappointed, they are your parents, and ultimately you will have the full clarity. Because I think the worst thing you can do is mentally be in between a rock and a hard place of, oh my God, what are they going to say? What are they going to think? And hiding it, that's going to be a lot, you know? Will you live stream the Love Island USA reunion? Probably not, May. Just because I'll be trying to focus up to watch it for the pod. And also I'll probably watch it with Liana, if that makes sense. Yeah, I was very happy they asked me. Was the Chop Shop the best alliance of all time? No. No. I'm trying to dive into content creation and I have one issue. I hate the sound of my own voice. Did you have this problem and how did you get over it? This isn't going to help you. I love my voice. I really do love my voice. I've listened and it helps that I love my voice because I've listened to a lot of podcasts with me on them to learn about my verbal tics and to try and improve on them or try and avoid them, if that makes sense. So that's one thing. The other thing is, the good news is you don't have to listen to yourself. You do not have to listen to yourself, right? So if you make content, go for it. And don't listen back if you don't want to, but just know that never be down on your own, you know, don't lower your own voice. It's worth backing. You back yourself, you know. That's what I'm trying to say here. But no, I really, you know, it sounds conceited, but I love my voice. This is a good voice. You're my favorite guest on the Love Island pod. Yes. Oh, Bob, thank you so much, Bob. How you been, Bob? You been busy still? You living your best life? Should I know who the Chop Shop is? If you've watched BB Can, yes. In your opinion, who was the worst new era player and best new era player disregarding placement? Ooh, great question. And I'm assuming we're still on Survivor, yeah? Let's see. Best new era player is either Jam Jam or D, in my opinion. I think both of them were phenomenal. Worst new era player is, and I'm not going to pick like someone who quit the game. I'm trying to think of someone who played the game and just was bad at it. Might have to look at a brand steel. Just kind of like look at a couple pictures, if that makes sense. Kind of refresh the old memory. Jelinski, notoriously bad player, but I think could do better on a second time. Let me look at 44. Anybody here? Nope, not 44. You're safe. Let's go to 41. 41 feels like I could have a contender in it. Not really. 42. No. 43. No. 44, 45. Well, it's not going to be 45. Who am I kidding? All right. I don't know. That's a hard question to say who's the worst, because obviously someone who went home early was bad. You know what I mean? So yeah. I'm really camera shy, but I want to say thank you, RJ, for the patron call yesterday. You were so great all your time and so nice that everyone joined the panel. Hey, AZ. It was a good time. It was fun. So let's get to talk to patrons. I'm on dinner break at work doing good. Hey, what you eating, Bob? What you eating right now? The Joseph, you know what I'm saying, is a great example of those kind of verbal habits. 100%. There's podcasters right now that I think have some that may not know about that I may have picked up on. I think there's some that I may have been doing that I've either not noticed or kind of gone by the wayside. People definitely have verbal habits that they might not recognize, which is why I'm like, be kind to people who do, because they can't help it and they might not be aware of it. Why is the Anonymous dropping the first 3 episodes from 11 p.m. to 2:30 a.m. Monday night? Red Wings is a great question. I'm the wrong person to answer it, to be honest. I have no idea. I'm watching the Survivor Series right now. I'm watching the Survivor Series I'm in right now. Gotcha. Shameless plug. I agree with Pooya. You can try and listen to it and push through it, or you can just not listen back and have someone edit your videos for you if it's a YouTube video. That's true. I guess content creation, if you're doing like editing for a YouTube video, you might have to listen to yourself. But if you get an editor for that, that's a shout. But I think you'll get used to it after a while, you know? Our achievement one I've noticed is the blank of it all. I think that's a very good one that a lot of people use for sure. Peach cobbler that my coworker made. Dessert for dinner. Hey, treat yourself, Bob. You deserve it. You're having a busy night. Love that for you. All right, next question is, have you watched The Gilded Age? I have not. Question after that. Assuming you've met Marisa, who seems great based off the Lego Masters podcast, do you have any funny stories / anecdotes about her? Marisa is Liana's sister, who is the co-host of the Lego Masters podcast. I'll tell you my favorite one. And this happened last year when we visited her in Colorado. And she grows her own like peppers, and she was pickling some. And, you know, we had gone out for a day of drinking. We had gotten some pizza. We're living our best life. We're having a good time. I'm like loosened up, hanging out, whatever. And Marisa was like, I've got some peppers. Like, do you want to try some? I was like, fuck yeah, let's get them. So she brings them out of the fridge. She's like, I think these have been out like there for a minute. It's going to be really spicy. And I was like, Marisa, who you think you talking to? I'm the king of spice. So I'm kind of drunk too. Okay, mind you. So took the pepper, put it down. I start talking. Immediately, my throat was shot. I spent most of the day away from everybody else. I didn't see anyone for the rest of the day. I was in shambles. I was in shambles. And I can't even blame her. That was on me. That was on me. So. Manny says, regarding the college question, I think it can be a generational gap. My parents were also big on go to college, but we've had several productive comments in years after my college years. For my parents, they pushed that because they saw it as a better opportunity than they had, so they wanted that for us. But that's not always the case now. I know that it can be difficult, but I definitely think do what works for you. It also isn't always worth to get into a ton of debt for that college degree. Amen. 100% agree with that, Mandy. I think this is a conversation that my parents still don't get either. My dad definitely wanted me to pursue higher education. After I did my bachelor's, it was hey, master's, and I was like, keep your money, please don't waste it on me going to do a master's. I don't want that for me. I'm kind of done here. But he still kind of feels that way, you know. I thought I would love the trader since I love the mole in most social strategy games, but I'm having a hard time getting into it. I've watched the first seasons of the US and Australian version, and it seemed like just challenges that don't matter and accusations that aren't based on much other than vibes. Should I try another season or just accept that it's not for me? It might not be for you. It is not as strategically sound as other shows. A lot of the fun is the traders running rampant and the faithful just blank accusing each other incorrectly. But I would say that the US version, in all honesty, is the worst version of the show. I love every trader season I've seen, mind you. So it's not like I'm saying this is a bad season. It's just the worst of them. I think watch the UK versions. Okay. But power through 1 and 2. If you're still out on it at that point, I think it might not be the show for you, and that's cool. Move on. You know, there's plenty of other shows you'll find, and you know, no one takes offense. Everything's fine. But I think give US 1 and 2 a try. It's important that you watch both because they are very different, and you can see which kind of season you like. You know what I mean? So yeah. Arabin, how's the pad going so far? Feels like the earliest I've gotten here in weeks. Yeah, Arabin, you kind of, you know, listen, no shade, but you kind of ditched us for Blood on the Clock Tower. Blood on the Clock Tower is your less than 2 now. Now after all these nights, you come back here, you come to me, and you want to hang out. And I'm just kidding. Hope you're doing well. Hope you've been having fun, Arabin. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How were the games tonight? Get any degree and you'll make a lot of money. Felt like such a big lie I was told throughout high school. Oh yeah, get a degree and then get a degree here, do this, do that. I was like, bruh, no. I think the biggest lesson I learned in university was I should have been doing work during university. I should have been trying to go for like a co-op or you know, finding an internship, joining some clubs, some societies, and kind of getting some networking in. That was the most important thing, I think, which I didn't get, you know. And I didn't try, to be honest. Who just said Chelsea thinks Brooklyn's lying about her age and is 45 with 4 dogs? Brooklyn looks super young to me, so I don't know where that accusation is coming from. Or if it's just a joke, I don't know. Speaking about age, question on BB, don't you have to be at least 21? Yes, nowadays. Who is the youngest person that's been on the show? I would assume yes. Honestly, it should be a requirement if it's not. Michelle in 4 was 19, and that's the last time, right? So it's been a minute. Like, it should be 21 at minimum, and honestly, I don't think they should have anyone younger than 23 on the show. Danielle Donato turned 21 during her season. This is true. This is very true. Yes, yes, yes. Ian had already gone to Tulane at that point. He was like something, right? Ian Ian. What the fuck is Ian's last name? Terry. Ian is now, oh, he's a year older than me. So he's 33. He was 21. Oh my God, I was 21 when 14 came out. That's nuts. That's nuts. Anyway. All right, Tomster, relax, okay? I don't come to your house and kick your crib. And by crib, I don't mean your house. I mean your baby bed that you sleep in. Get it? Because you're young. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sorry. Next question. If you had to compete in the Olympics, what sport would you compete in? This came up recently. The 100-meter dash. Why? Endorsements. It's one of the most famous of the Olympic events that has a lot of eyes on it. You get a lot of sponsorships, endorsements, and also doesn't matter if I suck. It's fine. You know? That's the one. What's the link to the Discord? There is no link to the Discord. If you are subscribed to the stream and you follow the instructions placed in this Discord command that's on the chat right now, you can connect your Twitch and your Discord accounts and you can get in. It's worth noting, you don't have to be remaining subscribed to become a member. Once the subscription runs out, you can still stay in the Discord. You don't get kicked out. It's just my way of making sure that randoms don't join in to cause chaos, if that makes sense. Natalie in BB11 was young. No, she lied about her age. She was not. She lied about her age. She lied about her age. And you can beat Mike Bloom. Exactly, Tara. Let's not forget this. I could beat Mike Bloom in a race. All right. Next question. What would be your voting confessional sign off on Big Brother Survivor? We already have one built in. It goes like this. Less than 2, baby. That's what's up. I don't know. I've thought about it and I'm like, I would do something for Liana only because I wouldn't want to do shout outs, but I would want her to know that I'm thinking of her in that moment. I don't know what it is. We need Karen, Singbell, and Angela on a show together. The question is what show? Traders, Canada. Why not? Get Angela over to Canada for that. Can we get Rowan back on RHAB so we can have a Chappelle Rowan podcast? well, Chappelle would have to be pronounced Chapel at that point. I've not talked to Rowan in a while. I hope he's doing well. Did the Pentagon get... Yep. They actually used the Pentagon quote on the show last night. This is true. They did. What would you tell Julie when you come into the DR? I think What Up Chembot is hilarious. But I would just say, hey, Julie, I'm not going to do the... I'm not complimenting you every time. Enough. You got one. Sorry, you're getting 15. You don't need mine, you know? I would do it once and then move on. Rowan was so fun on the Sunday streams. I agree. Rowan's a good time. Good chaotic vibe as well. If you could try any drug once, what would it be? And they said without worries of addiction, side effect, or consequence. I don't think I'm morbidly curious on drugs I've not tried. I've not tried many, mind you. I've tried 2 and I enjoyed both. So, yeah, I don't know. I love the chaos that the Pentagon quote caused on Twitter. Some people risking it to say it. Yeah, see, even right now, I didn't feel comfortable reading it out loud. I was like, this feels weird to say. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not morbidly curious on drugs. I'm not like, oh, I want to see what the hype's all about. I don't even, no, I'm good. And I've been surrounded by people that use stuff. And I'm like, I'm good. I don't want any. Thank you. Man, I want to relive yesterday's eviction and feeds again. What a high. Great recap with Taryn today. Thank you so much. 2 questions. Do we know if we have a 7 or 9 person jury this year? We do not. Who do you personally want to see leave before jury? Thanks. If there's one more spot before jury, Mackenzie leaving would be great because she's not a part of the game at all. If there are 3 spots before jury, it's a little bit of a harder answer. But I can tell, oh, Cam can go. That's another one. And I honestly would love to see what Leah would do as a juror, but then she'd be the other one, I guess. Maybe. I think Brooklyn is still somewhat of a fan of the game, so I'd be okay with that. But yeah, Brooklyn or between Brooklyn or Corey is staying at 7 so they can save money. That's so cheap. But unfortunate. But I guess people like that, so that's fine. And actually, they can't play for jury and be like, all right, just 5 weeks and then we're jury. None of that anymore. Yeah. So between MJ, Cam, Leah, and Brooklyn, those are my 4. Everyone else I want to see in jury. I want to see them involved. I think would be fun. If you pushed me for one more name, I would give you Rubina probably. And that's just because Rubina's a little less familiar with the game. My thing is, I don't want Quinn out. I don't want Joseph out. I don't want people out who are into the game. I think it'd be fun to get their jury POVs, and also I want their experience to be as full as possible. Most of them are not going to win anyway. So getting that whole possible thing is thing. Kalita, unfortunately, I don't think we're going to do marbles tonight. Just FYI. Most likely not. Okay? Most likely not. I love Quinn, but I think it would be hilarious if he left pre-jury and Taryn didn't give him a deep dive. Well, Taryn doesn't deep dive pre-jurors, right? Who's the... Have we ever had a pre-juror that had a deep dive? No marbs tonight. No. Kirsten said that Brooklyn gives evil stepmother energy. Now I can't unsee it. Well, she definitely has that... Did someone call her Maleficent at some point? I don't know. It's the eyes and the haircut is really what it is, I think. All right, next question is, how would Liz from Survivor do on Big Brother, and how would Lisa from Big Brother do on Survivor? Liz from Survivor on Big Brother would do, I don't know, maybe better, I think. Lisa from Big Brother on Survivor would struggle heavily, in my opinion. I really want Chelsea to leave, but she is so unbelievably good. I can't believe how much of a hold she has on T-Core. What will it take for T-Core to wake up to the fact that Chelsea doesn't care for her? Chelsea is the ultimate, whatever that thing imposters do to crewmates in Among Us, Marinator. She's the best gaslighter, Marinator. I don't know. Marinator, I think is probably what you meant. I think in T-Core's head and in some other people's head, losing Brooklyn means Chelsea's available for grabs. You know what I mean? So she kind of reminds me of the girlfriend on Lindsay Lohan's Meet the Parents. Ooh, deep cut. Deep cut. I like it. I definitely know exactly who you're talking about as well. The one that they got, they demolished at the camping site. Parent Trap is what you mean, not Meet the Parents. Parent Trap. Which is honestly a compliment because that actress is gorgeous. Absolutely. 100%. 100% Mandy. Corey 8th place is the lowest to get one. That checks out. That was just a long ass season too. So Corey's 8th place was what some people's full season. All right. Next question. Thoughts on the Mr. Beast drama? Not a lot of thoughts. Really. I've just kind of been consuming the content, but any malfeasance done by Mr. Beast, fuck him and fuck that. Really is what it is. And I know there's more to come. I know it's not over. The saga isn't over. Liana's someone who has always felt like Mr. Beast is a little grimy and didn't trust him. And then with all this stuff coming, she's like, I've never felt more vindicated. I was like, yeah, kudos to you. But yeah, I'm not really like deep in the Mr. Beast like content, or never was anyway. But I have been seeing the stuff. What's the Mr. Beast drama? There's a couple of things, Jordan. There's illegal gambling stuff that's been there. There's like some contestants of some of the formats that he's done have come out and talked about how the conditions were poor and there was no like care about the people. Faking content is also there. There's like another part 3 that's coming out that's basically gonna be the worst stuff, like more like misconduct stuff that could come up, which hasn't happened yet to my knowledge. Also, Beast Games is a disaster. Yes. Joseph 24 was 10th place and got a deep dive. Oh, that's further. Okay. Yeah, 10th place. So yeah, I guess 10th place could still get it. Who are the top 5 most strategic players this season ranked? Okay. So to be clear, we're talking about strategically forward-thinking players, or we're saying strategically effective players. Because if you're talking about who's the most strategic, like who's thinking strategically, you put like a Joseph, you put Quinn in there, you put Chelsea in there to a degree. You put, honestly, at this point, Tucker's been kind of thinking strategically, so Tucker would be in there as well. But if you're telling me rank the ones that are doing it the best, that's a harder question to answer. Why the Summit and not the Amazing Race? Because Summit's brand new, AZ. And the Amazing Race is a show that's been there for a long time. Oh, you mean why are they not putting Amazing Race back on? I don't know. This most recent show, it's a competition show. The comps are inequitable and the conditions are rough and potentially dangerous based on info from contestants that have left, been eliminated, but unconfirmed. It's true. And I believe, to my knowledge, there is a Survivor player that's on the show this season or this show, Beast Games, which I don't know. Is it going to see the light of day at this point? I don't know. Do you and Liana want to have kids? We don't know, really. We've kind of oscillated between yeah, no, maybe, nah. So we don't know, and we're cool with it, you know? Tara's back in the spring. Oh, there we go. Tucker, Turner also said on H that people at Mr. Beast were making jokes towards the manager's kid. Yeah, there's a lot of that stuff that I think is coming. More of it's coming up soon, Rooster. TLDR on the Anonymous. The Circle, the Traders, Fusion. That's the TLDR on the Anonymous. Who on the season would show up on... Oh, so Chow earlier... Sorry, I remember seeing a message earlier that I didn't read out loud. And I was like... Because I was scrolling up and I was like, I'll scroll back down to it. I missed it. I don't think Chow is in here right now. But Chow, I have no knowledge of Master Chef at all. Just to answer that. If someone wants to pass that message on to Chow, I would appreciate it. All right. Who on this season would show up on Game Show Network's baggage a la BB12's Kristen? And what would their baggage be? I've never seen this show, so I have no idea what it means, to be honest. I saw on Xavier on Twitter saying they need to organize a reunion ASAP after the show because just the previews of people beefing after the season. That is so fucking hilarious to me. Okay, it's midnight, officially my birthday, so I just want to say watching your streams, enjoying the lesson 2 crew has been one of the best decisions I've made this year. This has been such a positive addition to my life, and I'm happy I get to ring it in with all of y'all. Jenna Lee, happy birthday. Listen, I'm happy you enjoy the space. I'm happy you're a part of the community. I hope that you have a lovely year and a great birthday today. May you have the best treats and the best wishes for your day. Do whatever you want with it. You want to sleep, you want to eat, you want to hang out, you want to go out, party, whatever you want to do. Enjoy it to the fullest. And thank you for sharing your birthday here with us, generally. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. But I swear BB25 just ended. How in the world is it BB26? I've recently been analyzing my goals and achievements based on what I have accomplished in between Big Brother seasons, LOL. And it's not a lot. How can I get out of this obsession with the game without having FOMO? Help. Like, I didn't even start this season, then I saw one tweet and it was a wrap. I've talked about finding healthy habits with watching the show. Trying not to get too invested. I keep up with the show very closely, but even then I don't watch feeds 24/7. Like I said, I don't do what Taryn does. I can never do what Taryn does. But I keep up with the show gradually, you know, like during my day, I'll go about my business. If I know something exciting is going to happen, make no mistake, I'm there, you know. Oh, the veto ceremony is about to happen, I'm there. Post noms, I try and be there. So the marquee moments, I try and be there. But ultimately, what I do is I just try and set some boundaries up so that you don't fall in deep, if that makes sense. Because it's important not to fall in deep like that. It's so easy and addicting to just invest all your time on to Big Brother, but remind yourself of this. The Big Brother players should be investing all their time into it because they're playing for 750K. You are not playing for 750K. So you should not give them the same energy. You should not give them the same amount of time that they're giving to the show. It's kind of what I tell myself. Now, if there was 750K for watching the show, call me fucking Taryn Armstrong, baby. I'm going to be all out on feeds and the show. I'm going to live, eat, breathe it. But there's no money at the end of that rainbow. Just post-game sadness. Any recommendation for party games for 4 to 6 players? With these 4 to 6 players, be like a papaya and a Perzo and a mod and a chow. Would that be kind of the party that you're looking at, Perzo? Is that kind of the party that you're thinking of? Sounds like a Fortnite team if I've ever heard one. You know? Skyjo's a fun game. I don't know if you've ever played it. Skyjo's good. I personally enjoy a good bit of Uno. Get some Uno going. A lot of people saying Jackbox, always a good time. It was a good time for sure. But yeah. There's a couple options there. So they're releasing a Jackbox After Dark. Listen, if you play with the right people, every Jackbox game is a Jackbox After Dark. It just depends on who you're playing with. Tara puts in the word flux with 2 X's. Is this a game, Tara, that I don't know about? Mandy, thank you for that tweet, by the way. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right, Liv, take it back. Otherwise, goodbye. You go goodbye now, okay? Take it back. Are you a fan of Monopoly? I grew up on Monopoly. I did grow up on Monopoly, for sure. But I don't play it anymore because it gets a little bit too intense. I think some people cannot handle the Monopoly. I'm a patient player. Sorry, I had a phone call. Monopoly Go is so fun. I prefer it over regular for sure. I don't have the strategy for Monopoly Lamau. I personally don't have I have a lot of strategy for Monopoly. I'm stubborn. I'm a stubborn player, and it helps for me. It works out for me. Not a lot of people can say the same. Who's better? I do not know what this is, so I'm not gonna say it. Have you ever watched The Genius? Yes, I have, and I do love The Genius. I do love it. It's a good time. I have favorite characters in The Genius. I know is there a UK version coming back, you know? But yeah. Thank you, Liv. I don't know what you're talking about, but thank you all the same. I know you're working hard out there. But yeah. I feel like I missed something that I was gonna say, but it's fine. It's fine. Whoa, why no marbles? Because quite frankly, I need to leave soon, and I need to try and sleep tonight at some point. So, what makes a good Survivor season to you? Also, what's a bad Survivor season to you? Bad Survivor season, problematic season. End of. I'm someone who, as long as there's no problematic people, I can enjoy the show for what it is. But also, an unpredictable season can be pretty shitty. But a season that has a predictable result with unpredictable characters is a good season. The characters make the show for me. The players make the show for me more than anything. More than the twists, more than the format, more than the theme. It's the cast. If you have a good cast, I'm in. So, yeah. You know what I mean? People hate me in Monopoly. My stat is to buy everything I can and hope, just like a capitalist playing the stocks. I'll tell you what my secret is, chat, for Monopoly. And because I don't know when I'm ever going to play again. Here's what you do. Don't buy, the way I play it is I don't buy every property I can. I try and buy one of each property if I can. So I can prevent everyone else from making houses and hotels. Then I'll proceed to pay way more than I should for a property that is kind of like meh, maybe like the maybe like the orange property or, you know, the green one by where the jail is. I'll try and like get 3 of them. And I'll pay way more than, and the reason I go with those, they're kind of like the mid-entry ones, and people will think they're stealing, they're getting a steal from you because you're overpaying. But then I'll be able to make houses and hotels. They can't because I have 1 of each property. And then you just kind of slow roll them. They'll try and offer you thousands. You're like, nope, not going to do that. And then it's just a slow death from there. Now, obviously, the reality is you're not going to be able to get all the properties because someone will smarten up and realize what you're doing. But you just got to go stubborn. Go stubborn on them. And that's it. They cannot. They will not. They'll take the L. So, yeah. I asked the bro question. Just wanted to say thanks. I did tear up a little because that's so true. He did say he always thought it was pathetic and dumb. He just thinks that even more now. I guess I just didn't expect that from family. Thanks. I'm so sorry, question asker, that is an experience you've had. The reality is sometimes our loved ones will take us for granted because they don't recognize how much we do for them until we step aside and move away, and they realize that they're in the wrong. Just know that given what you said, you've done so much and you deserve that same treatment given to you. And if they're not going to do it, you do it for you. Okay. So yeah, if there's no marbles, what are we supposed to do before bed? I don't know. Think of this like the club. Like, you don't got to go home, but another week without a VIP badge. Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's true. That's true. All right. 3 more questions. What's your favorite kind of survivor and least favorite kind of survivor? Okay, I think I just kind of answered this, so that's cool. Have you watched The Amazing Race Canada with Kevin and Gurley? They're bringing the spice to the show. I have not, but I've been seeing some clips, which is fun. We found marbles elsewhere. If you want, I can raid a marble streamer after this. Any go-to munchies? Mine is a fizzy drink, ice cream, and fries, chips, but honestly, I would eat most things at that point. All my Canadians out there, you're going to love this one. The #1 best munchie food on the planet is a poutine. It's a fucking poutine. Don't even mess with me. We're talking fries, cheese curds, and gravy. It's a poutine every time. Best drunk food or munchie food is poutine. Thank you. It's so good. It's so good. Okay, so good. But if I don't have access to poutine, it is, I don't know. I'm a big fast food enjoyer when it's poutine time, or it's poutine time. Can you tell I miss poutine? When it's under the influence time. A burger, fries, some greasy. Into it. Now my munchies is like hummus. Poutine is so good. Hate the way you pronounce it though. I don't like to try and pronounce it correctly because I don't think I'll get it right, if that makes sense. So just go poutine. I'm gonna hit you with a poutine. I don't got that in me. See, even that didn't sound authentic. My friends are trying to get me to adopt one of the pets on the feed. Should I? And if so, dog or cat? Papaya, great question. I think dog for you. I see dog for you. And I think you get a dog. And if you're going to get a dog, maybe name the dog Barry. Now, me personally, I'm getting a cat. Oh, speaking of cat, let me Putin. All right, let me show you a photo of the cats I took this week. Now that has reminded me. You're going to love this photo, chat. It's a photo of the cats side by side on the taco blanket on the couch. Look at the babies. Just chilling there. What the heck, man? What do you mean? Are you upset with my... You asked for my opinion, then you're upset about my opinion? Favorite fast food burger and fries? It used to be Carl's Jr. / Hardee's. I've not had it in a minute to know if it's still #1 for me. But like right now, Five Guys probably. Sorry if this has been asked and answered. Are you and Liana playing Build the Clock Tower tomorrow? Jay, we are not. We are doing a date day, so we're not going to be around. Taco Blanket, not Burrito. I mean, that is the better name for it. I don't know why we've been calling it the Taco Blanket. If I didn't know that was a tortilla blanket, I think it was very soiled. Christy, you think I'm keeping a shit stain blanket on my couch, one, and then showing that to you? What am I, Cam? Like, look at my filth. Look at how filthy my filthy shit is. No. But listen, point taken. From afar, you don't see it. That's fair. That's fair. Okay, all right, Christy. What are you in the 4th grade? Why does it just not ping when you start streaming? I think y'all should get a bot to do that. Does it not? I don't know. I'm okay with it not, Tom, because, and the reason for that for me is that you already get a notification if I go live through Twitch. And you can sign up for the role specifically. I don't want it to just at everybody every time, because I have a tendency of when that happens for me in other Discords I'm in, I end up muting the servers because it gets very annoying for me. But I think you got to sign up for the role. And sometimes people get the notifications late anyway, if that makes sense. The good news is, for right now, just know that 10 p.m. and 5 p.m. 10 p.m. Friday, 5 p.m. Sunday, that's guaranteed time, you know? The last question of the night is, so our weekday Twitch streams a no-go during the BB season? Well, we got a weekday Twitch stream yesterday, technically on a weekday. The reality is right now, no, because my life is extremely busy. And also with Big Brother season, there's a lot of clashing times with all the podcasts that are happening, the episodes being on. Just next week, I've already told you this yesterday. I've got The Anonymous coming up. I've got Bel Air coming up. I've got Love Island reunion I'm recording next week. I've got the 90-day podcast still happening. And on top of that, trying to maintain a relationship and also work on my other stuff that I do. It's been very busy. Nothing would make me happier if I could just focus on stream stuff. Trust me. But there's a lot of other responsibilities I've got going on at the moment, if you know what I mean. I'm going to write Rob a sternly written letter about how busy he has you. It's good. We like it, though. It's good responding. It's good for us. What's The Anonymous? It's a new show, Rebecca, that is coming out on Monday. And it is a combination of The Traitors and The Circle put into one. And Xavier from Big Brother 23 was on it. So, yeah. All right, chat. Ooh, I would do Seattle. I've never been. I'll be very down. Chat, I think this is where we bid each other a good night. I hope you had fun. I had a great time. Thank you to all the new followers who came in. Shout out to those of you who subbed to the channel, those who bidded, lurkers. Hope you had fun. Hope I wasn't too loud in your ear. VOD viewers, hope this was fun for you. I know it's a shorter one. I understand. I acknowledge it. I'm going to chalk this one up to my own lack of sleep. And we'll be back next week with some more pad. This was a very fun stream. A big turnout tonight. So shout out to those of you who may be either new or are coming back after a long hiatus. I appreciate y'all. And as always, the regulars, hope you had fun on a weekly basis here. Squad. Okay. So no Blood on the Clock Tower for me tomorrow. However, Dwight will be streaming Blood on the Clock Tower at 2 p.m. Eastern. So check him out. I'm going to go with this person for the marbles raid based on y'all's recommendation. Yes. If you want to play some marbles. And Mandy decided to give y'all a little treat on the way out. We're going to end stream with this soundboard. So 2 seconds. You got here too late. Lavina, you're all good though. You're all good though. We appreciate you coming in better late than never. Lavina, have you heard the spray bottle anthem before? If not, you're about to get a treat. Lavina's a good night. Did she leave already? Or are we waiting for the confirmation of whether or not she knows what the spray bottle anthem is? All right. Let's hear it. Oh God. All right. All right, chat. Hope you had fun. As I play this, I'm gonna set up the raid actually. Give me 2 seconds here. Oh, we've raided Sham Boogie before, I feel like. I feel like we've raided Sham. This is not the first time. But if you want to play some marbles, this is where you can go. Okay? Otherwise, I will be back on Sunday at 5 for Goose Duck. Yep, there we go. All right. Goes without saying, you are locked by an NDA. You're not going to share that with anybody. This was just between us. All right, chat. Hope you had fun. Take care. Have a good one. Raid and run, by the way. I'm not going to go into Shamboogie stream, but enjoy marbles if you are. See y'all Sunday. Bye.